Welcome YouTube, Cooper's Automotive, and we got this 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo in. And the customer's complaint was that when you opened the door, the power windows stopped working. It also had a no start issue, which I haven't found yet. But sure enough, when you open the door, keys on, no power window, moving it forward, get about right there, and it works. Get about here, and we got nothing. I'm going to look at that wiring harness inside the door, see if it's pinch or something going on, or solder connection. Okay, right here, it's rubber boot. Now they are known for breaking pins and stuff down inside here. But you can pull this out. My magnets broke on this particular light. Put that connector there. Pulling our stop pin, lock pin up. And let's unplug this thing. Don't see any bad pins there. There, well, yeah. Wow, it's amazing to me that it worked at all. Black wire right there is broken. Anyway, we got to find the other end of it right there. And see if we can get some more wire here. Sometimes the problem with soldering these things back together, they break again. Actually in the door, I see even on this power wire right here. Where's the other side of that thing? Saw it a minute ago. It's the problem with holding your light and trying to see here a little bit. I know it's in there. I saw the other side of it. Hang on just a second. All right, just getting back to this Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, and it's been very, very busy today. This wire right here, that's the black one, your ground coming through the inside of the car. Pull this side kick panel off right here. Pull this out right here. This piece is your hood release, and it's got torque, little star torque bits, 3 of them holding that to the side. Pull this piece back, and the reason I'm going all the way inside here with wire is because if you solder these inside the door here and solder them together, you've got a potential place that's going to break, because wire flexes a whole lot better than solder does. I had to find some. My colors aren't going to be right, but I found 2 red ones with connectors like that in them. I had to take the blue tab outside of this piece right here and pry it up out of there. Lift the piece, little clip down inside there, and slide that wire out. I'm gonna have to do the same thing with the other wire that's in there. Well, I've actually already set it out too. This one right here. Sorry about that light blinding us. And then they need to lock back inside there. And I'm going to solder it inside the car right here. Now, I've always already tinted these wires right here. I always do that. I do have the solderless heat shrink connectors. I want to see how these are going to work on this particular application. But I'm doing one at a time because of the color coding being off. Now you can see through it looking in there. That's your connector. I just want to make sure that they're in there on both sides. And wow, it's really tight, but they are up in there on both. Now what I do, and you do it any way you want, I got a little heat gun that I purchased on Amazon, a small one, not a big one. It's a Tech Life little heat gun. And I use that to heat my heat shrink up and melt my solder both right there. That should be connected. We want to wait, let that cool off. Looks pretty good. Then we still have this one to do. So let's strip this wire back. I had to go get some different strippers, wire strippers here. Now this red wire is heavier actually than the one wire that was on here. Always go bigger, but you can't go smaller. Now we're going to be looking for that other wire, and the color is brown and blue, and we need to pull it back through here on this side. Let's see if we can find it. All right, there it is. Keep bumping the camera. Now I'm laying down a cloth down here so I can catch it on fire, LOL. Hit these up here. Oh, that should be, yeah, I just want to verify some things. Now my solder's a little big. I ran out of my light gauge solder. That's part of my reason that this is taking so long. Now, most of you are going to use a soldering iron, and I understand. I use a mini torch, and I got to get my wire back out this way, though. Okay. Trying to burn my hand here. All right, let's get the other one. All right, let's get this torch out of the way. Back to our connectors. Just testing to see how hot we were. I'm just waiting on that to cool down just a little bit because I don't want to melt this down. Now you could pull the wires through this piece and you could wrap them together, solder them, pull them in, and heat this band down. Could do that. I'm not the best solder person in the world, that's for sure. Sometimes this particular little piece, there we go, we got that one through. We had a little bit of a knot on that one, or this one, a little bit too much solder on that. Let me thin it out a little bit. All right. Like I was saying, you could do this. Right? And you could solder those two together and pull them through. I'm not doing that, but it's a thought. That might still be too thick. Keep hitting the camera with my shoulder. Let's see if that works. Back with my heat gun. If it don't, it'll pull apart. We'll do it again. Okay, let's leave that alone. Gonna let that stay just like it is. I'm gonna start working over here in this fender area over here. What I want to do is put our piece back in here, and I keep banging that tripod. See if we can get this to go back in. And it should. I could say those pieces were a little bit different. Yeah, so it's going to be holding up just a little bit. Let's get a pair of pliers here. All right, I cheated a little bit, but I've got it down in there and it's locked in. So now that goes in there, but before we go too crazy, we want to make sure everything works before we button it all up. So let's get plugged in this way. That's all the way down. Let's flip our key on. Check our windows. And we do have operational windows with the door open, obviously. I know I didn't show you that, but so this goes inside the door. This piece retains it inside of the door. I want to make sure that we're not directional or something like that, or this thing got spun around. Kind of looks to me like it goes this way and locks all that stuff down inside there. Oh, okay, this piece right here, your rubber is going to go over all of that. Probably should not have put that in there so soon. All right, let's take it back out, as I really think it's better just to it's on there first. Okay. Now that that's in there, you also got to push this rubber piece back inside of your door here. You want to keep all the water out of the car. And it's in. Now this can stay actually just like that, or we can tuck it up that way. And this piece right here, we need our torque bits, but stick my head in the way for a minute. Let's go get my torque bits. All right, if you want to know what size that is, can I see it? A T27 times 4 it says. I do believe there was 3 of those. Just a second to pick up some stuff here and look around. I think 1, 2. All right, there it is. Always sticks to the light magnet. Okay. Now this piece, I just kind of bent it back. Pull it forward. Then got your side little kick panel here. Yep. Camera got knocked around on us. Got to get this up over it. This piece right here has got to push in the back side of that thing, and I can't see it right now. It's right there, because that goes up underneath their cable. Since we bent this thing around, making it a little bit difficult, but I'm going to do it like this. And feel for it. There we go. I want to start this piece right here. Then I'm going to pull this over and put it in. Okay, we're in. Then down on the bottom end where the door goes on, it's this piece that goes across there. And it just snaps down. So there's your 2004 Jeep Liberty. Early in the morning. There's your 2004 Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee Laredo. Power window repairs, broken wires in the harness. Next, we're going to tackle this no start issue if it happens. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your comments.